During the summer, Friends of the Loews volunteers worked hard to clean, prime, and repaint the ornate railings in the balcony of the landmark Loews Theater, making them look like gold for the first time in decades. Here, Thom Taylor explains one of the finishing touches now being done to the restoration of those railings.
In ornamental metalwork, such as the entrance to the Loews, which has various bronze and brass metal, you'll find different shades of color in the metal, and that's all done deliberately to emphasize the design, shape, and even the relief. Now, in metalwork, it is quite common to change the patina of the metal by using chemicals which create oxidization. And that's a fancy way of saying that these chemicals are designed to change the color of the metal, such as with the Statue of Liberty, which is copper, but the sea air has changed the color of the metal to a nice light green tint. Now, inside the theater, on the walls, what you think is metal is actually just plaster. And this plaster has been covered with a very thin aluminum leaf. They couldn't use patinas on this, so what they did in fact use was different colored lacquers to create the metal effects. In this particular case, it's a bit copper-like, maybe a little bronze-like, but there are spots in the theater where the effect is to create gold. Here in the balcony, we're going to continue our restoration of the railings, and all of this metal here is made out of cast iron. And back in 1929, they couldn't use patinas on these, and they did not choose to use aluminum leaf on this metal either. They just simply painted it gold, which is what we have done. Now, we want to continue the decorative tradition in the theater, and to do so, we're going to paint this raised section of the post a slightly darker color. Now, the color you're looking at right now is actually a mix of two colors, a lot of gold and a little bit of bronze. Now, to do this particular section, to shade it, to tint it a little darker, we're going to reverse the proportions of the paints. Much more of the bronze and just a little bit of the gold. Now, the goal is to not make this dark by any means, just to shade it, tint it a little bit darker so that your eye is drawn to this section and you pay attention, a little bit of attention to the actual design in the post itself.